power plants could be built across Australia by 2050 if Peter Dutton wins the next federal election. But big questions remain this morning, including the price tag and how to win over those Labor states.
Australian politics goes radioactive.
We go to the next election seeking a mandate from the Australian people.
Opposition leader Peter Dutton revealed his nuclear power pitch.
We need to make sure that our economy can function 24/7, and we can only do that with a strong baseload power. 7
sites selected, all on existing coal-fired power stations. Callide and Tarong in Queensland, Mount Piper and Liddell in New South Wales, Loy Yang in Gippsland, Victoria, and 2 small modular reactors, one in Port Augusta, the other at Collie in WA's southwest. Taxpayers will pay to build them, but Peter Dutton won't reveal the price tag.
It will be a fraction of the government's cost, but it will be a big bill. There's no question about that.
Labor is relishing the nuclear fight.
It might be the dumbest policy ever put forward.
This is a joke. It's a serious joke because it threatens our transition.
Arguing the plan is full of holes, including whether communities can say no.
If a community is absolutely adamant, well, then we will not proceed, but we will not be looking beyond these 7 sites.
Mr Dutton claims the first reactor could be built between 2035 and 2037.
And that is achievable. It's a sensible rollout.
Now that would be, in and of itself, the fastest nuclear rollout in the world, in a country that doesn't have a nuclear industry.
There's no confirmation on where the nuclear waste would go. Instead, Peter Dutton waiting for Labor to lock in its location for the AUKUS submarine waste.
I think Richard Marles has spoken about a defence site somewhere. That would be potentially the most obvious.
The proposed sites are privately owned. Many have plans to go green.
Planning approval has already been received for a significant grid-scale battery.
But if companies refuse to play ball,
then the legal advice that we have is that the Commonwealth has ample power to compulsorily acquire that site with just compensation.
The coalition would need Parliament federally and states to overturn existing nuclear bans. And there's no appetite so far from premiers to get on board.
We're not supporting nuclear power.
Nuclear energy is toxic, it's risky.
No's right across the country, even from the South Australian Premier, who in principle supports nuclear power.
I would support nuclear power unless it makes electricity more expensive. And all the evidence says that it will make electricity a lot more expensive.
Mr Dutton is banking on states changing their tune.
I think somebody famously said I wouldn't stand between a Premier and a bucket of money.
Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.